Hey everyone, I'm a12, and welcome to MBC Quarterfinals. Playoffs start for me here and now, and we have a very exciting matchup to start. It is a rematch of Week 8 against a12 and his Arkham Delibirds. And last time I did take a 3-0 win thanks to Unburdened Sneasler taking out his terrifying Tarot Weavile, followed by a Charizard Belly Drum sweep to clean up the game. However, it was definitely not a perfect game, and going into the rematch, there are some things I'm looking to clean up. Swords Dance Weavile was definitely the biggest issue in our first matchup, in which I brought Screamtail to check it, but the set I brought couldn't even really stop it from setting up in my face and 2-hit KOing me. So I'll need to be more aware of that this time. Then of course the other big problem was Ursaluna Blood Moon, which basically would have been able to claim a KO every time it got in against something that wasn't Sneasler or +6 Charizard. So I'll be bringing more to combat those two, while still having to deal with big threats like Annihilate, Kingambit, and Glamora. So to start the build off, we're just going to go with Indeedee, which is here for the same reason it was here last time. Expanding Force only has 2 switch-ins, and both of them, Weavile and Kingambit, are terrified of a Terra fighting Terra Blast. Last time I capitalized on this by bringing a substitute set to East Prediction, but it didn't actually get to do much because it was forced out by Weavile as well as Scarf Annihilate. This time I'm bringing it with a Scarf of its own, which gives me the jump on those 2 threats. This does make Indeedee a lot more prediction reliant, but it also becomes a very strong, fast attacker that can break early game or clean up late game. Annihilate and Toxapex going down would pave the way for a Terra Blast endgame, and both Dark types going down would open up an Expanding Force sweep. I also have Dazzling Gleam on here. That's mostly a mid-ground between Annihilate and Weavile. That also doesn't force me to Terra to hit the Dark types, since I may want to save that for Excadrill this week. Then I do also have Healing Wish on this set, which could have a chance to give a sweeper a second chance if the situation calls for it. Next up, got Screamtail, once again showing up as the Weavile check. The biggest part of the set here is the EV spread, which is optimized to get as much physical bulk as possible while still getting the speed boost from my booster energy. This means that Screamtail can switch in on Weavile to tank its attack, and then outspeed it on the next turn to either hit a Terra Weavile with Expanding Force, or lock it into a potential Swords Dance with Encore. Wish provides the team with some longevity, and Stealth Rock gives Screamtail some extra utility against Force Switch. Then next, I do need a good switch into the Ursaluna, so we're going to bring Assault Vest Blastoise to help out. The investment allows Blastoise to avoid a 2-hit KO from modest Ursaluna's Blood Moon, while still avoiding the 1-hit KO from a banded Jolly Weavile's super effective Terra Blast. Hydro Pump is the main offensive move, which does great damage to the Ursaluna and hits Annihilate decently hard on the switch-in case it tries to get a free Rage Fist boost off of my flip turn. We do of course also have that flip turn to pivot out of a forced Ursaluna switch, and then Body Press with our defense investment does make Blastoise a decent check into Kingambit as well. Then we also have Rapid Spin, which turns Blastoise into a nice Glamora check that can remove its hazards. Then we're going to move over to a little more offense. I am bringing Spectrier this time, with an offensive Will-O-Wisp Calm mindset. I didn't bring Spectrier in our first match, mostly because it could have been checked by all of Ursaluna, Kingambit, and Weavile, aka my opponent's top threats. But this time I'm going to rely on the rest of my team to handle those guys, of course, with help from this Spectrier. The plan with this set is to get it in front of something that's afraid of Shadow Ball, then click Will-O-Wisp, which Kingambit and Weavile absolutely hate switching in on, and Assault Vest Ursaluna doesn't appreciate the extra chip damage either. That makes these threats a lot easier to check and wear down, and once they are worn down, the game is opened up for the horse. Shadow Ball and Draining Kiss can clean up a weakened team, especially after a boost from Calm Mind or Grimnay. We outspeed Weavile, and along with a Culber Berry, we have the bulk to take less than half from a Kowtow Cleave from a Burn Kingambit with 5 Supreme Overlord boosts. Next up is going to be Excadrill, which is an important attacker to help threaten Toxapex and Glamora. Excadrill's Earthquake is very tough for my opponent to switch in on, with the only resist being Moltres and Shaman. So I'm running Terra Poison Jab to hit that Shaman. I'm not really expecting the Moltres, and that leaves Excadrill's best check as the Ursaluna. So the set is designed to lure that in and do big damage to it so that it can't check Spectrier later. A couple of Earthquakes, potentially with a Swords Dance on the switch, would either take out the Ursaluna or do crippling damage to it, and the Shuka Berry is helpful to get one more hit off on that Ursaluna, or else take an Earth Power from Glamora or Shaman. Rapid Spin is in the last slot for good setup, since we outspeed Weavile at +1, or, hazard removal, and Terra Poison is actually pretty helpful for that, since it matches up well defensively into the spin blocker Annihilate. Then finally, in the last slot, we have Sneasler, which is pretty much exclusively here to be speed control this week. Normal Gem Fake Out is a safe way to activate Unburden as long as my terrain isn't up, and with an Unburden boost, Sneasler outruns every Choice Scarf user on my opponent's side. This is mostly an emergency button to stop Scarf Weavile from running through my team in the late game, although it works against a lot of fast setup threats, kind of a good catch-all button. Close Combat and Acrobatics get perfect coverage against my opponents, and U-Turn pivots me out against the very likely Toxapex switching. And if my team manages to take out the Toxapex and chip a few other things down, Sneasler has a very real chance to clean up without even getting a Swords Dance boost or anything, so we might be able to rely on that. That is going to do it for the team though, so with all that said, let's get right into the battle. Okay, that's a12 for the quarterfinals. Let's see what they brought. We do see the Moltres, very interesting. So then we have Weavile, which I know is Terra Dark, Ursaluna, Toxapex, Limora, and King Gambit. Okay. No Comfey, that's kind of expected. What else? I guess just no Shaman is kind of the other big thing. Oh, there's no Annihilate. Huh. Yeah, that's the big one. Alright. Interesting. I was kind of thinking I could lead with Spectrier. And, well, I was thinking about leading Spectrier and burning something, but I could also lead Drill into that Glamora, could lead Blastoise into that Glamora. Blastoise is solid overall. Well, only thing it doesn't like is a Weavile lead. I'm gonna try a Drill lead. Leads into Glamora, which is what I wanted it to do. Yeah. Alright, well, with no Annihilate, I guess Fighting Spam is a little better, which means that Indeedee could Terra Fighting, which I wasn't quite expecting to do. Hey, good luck, have fun to a12. We're in playoffs. Oh my gosh, this is my very first time getting this, this stadium. Okay, so Weavile's gonna lead right off. Interesting. So, Terra Dark. Banded would, hail me. I could go Scream Tail right away. Terra Dark knockoff, not doing that much to me because I'll have my booster spent. This is kind of the main thing that Scream Tail is around for. So let's take a look. We're gonna come in, and Weavile's gonna do what? Right, let our booster pop, activate speed. You do go for the Terra, okay. Now, notably, I can't touch Terra Dark Weavile. That's gonna have to be okay. Alright, so what do we see come out? It's a knockoff. Alright. 434 to 258. That knockoff, that is so banded. Alright. Banded Weavile. So I'm gonna get my rocks up. Yep, switch out was pretty telegraphed there. Gotta be scared of something I'm doing. That's gonna be the Glamora, looks like. Yep. I could, in this situation, choose to hit this thing. Would I, like, two-shot it? Expanding Force, not quite. Banded Weavile, very good to know. Draining Kiss is still super effective against it, that's great. Glamora. Could go Excadrill here. What if they read that aggressively? What if I just Expanding Force with Scream Tail? I found out what I need to find out about that Weavile. We don't do a KO. Earth Power's gonna come out. I kind of thought so. I'm gonna Encore. Do I Encore, actually? Ah, man. If this is a no-book Lamora, this is a roll, and it looks like I got like a very low roll. Of course, it could have some HP. Lamora's Earth Power does... I might live 2 more. I might not, though. I'm gonna Encore. This is just to make sure I can't do anything nasty, like set up hazards. I could live that next Earth Power, actually. It would take a very high roll to KO me. I'm gonna Expanding Force. You're gonna switch out. Okay. Interesting. AFC is Moltres. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. I keep forgetting to put down my battle layout. But we did a quarter to that Moltres. It's Boots too. That looks like... Ooh, that's probably an offensive Moltres. Yeah, it definitely is. I'm gonna Wish. Expecting to be taken out here. Flamethrower. Yep, of course, does take me out. Okay. And now I kind of have my options available here. I can go Indeedee and click... not sure. I can go Blastoise, which I think I would just flip turn out at that point, which does waste the Wish a little bit. I could go Excadrill and like pretend I have Rock Slide because I did have it last match. But Indeedee is like not bad here. I could even Terra Blast this on mid-ground. Which I think I might do, actually. My Terra Blast does a good chunk for that Moltres. Expanding Force obviously does way more, and I think it kills. But I don't think that this thing's staying in, and I don't think I can lock in. A Terra Blast. Or I can't lock in Link's Expanding Force. I think I will Terra Blast. Damage on anything is nice. It does stay in, okay. U-turns. I do take a lot, but I'm gonna get healed off the Wish, which is great. It's gonna be the Weavile. Okay, I think I definitely Terra here, and go for my Terra Fighting Terra Blast. Back to full. Excellent. I'm just like triple checking to make sure this would kill, but it definitely should. Yeah. So I'm gonna Terra Fighting and Terra Blast. This could be kind of a bait. No, it's not. They stay in, and I believe I am taking this KO. Here's where I reveal I'm Scarf. Yes, we take out the Weavile. Amazing. That's good for us. Okay. I would expect the Moltres to come in here, because you know I'm Scarf Locked into a Terrorblast fighting. Although, Moltres... yeah, I doubt... I didn't see the range it was at exactly, but I doubt my Terrorblast is enough to KO. It only does like 20%-ish. Weavile going down is huge, though. That's pretty cool. It's gonna be the Glimora that comes in. Can it take that hit? So Scream Tail did like a little under half with an Expanding Force. My Terra Blast does 42 to 50, something like that. And it is at 10, 20, 30... What? I totally KO'd this, right? I mean, I got some time. Let's check Scream Tail. Scream Tail's Expanding Force did like a little under half, so we can assume decent amount of HP, maybe. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. And then now it's Edie. They're fighting. I mean, I KO most of the time here. Right? Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Considering I'm Scarf Locked, I would have expected Toxapex. It's the Ursaluna? What's going on here? Like, I am absolutely fine with taking this out, right? Like, what's this about? I mean, I don't take it out, especially because if it's Assault Vest like I expect, then I do about half to it, and it then does a bunch back to me. I could go Blastoise here. The thing is, I kind of want to keep terrain up for the King Gambit in the back. Ah, but I want to take this Terra Blast, too. I don't know what to do. This is what Blastoise is here for, although it could be here for Moltres as well. Let's go Blastoise. If it starts Calm Minding, that's a problem. It goes for a Blood Moon, so 351 to 189. 172. Yep, that is a higher roll for Modest Max. Okay. If I do... I was gonna say, if I do get a Flip Turn out and it doesn't pivot, that's kind of a problem for me. I'm going to try to Pump. Okay, it does withdraw, probably to Toxapex. I'm not too concerned about Toxapex. There it is. We can probably get something out of this Talc, right? I mean, I just expect it to be... Oh yeah, look at that Hydro Pump. Beautiful animation. But I just expect it to be physically defensive. Yeah, physically defensive Toxapex is my guess. Should have flipped turned, but that's alright. Could go Excadrill here. Could go back into Indeedee. I'm thinking Excadrill. Yeah, let's try it. We're going to see your cover. Okay. Alright, given that, I think I might double out here. Moltres is low, so a Poison Jab is kind of reasonable into it. But I think I can go, like, Spectrier or just Blastoise. I'm going to double back to Blastoise on the Moltres. That's the only ground resist. I guess it also could be Ursaluna coming in, which this is also good for that. Yeah, okay. It's a Moltres, so this is an easy flip turn out. If it roosts, that sucks, but like, not much I can do about that. And like, flip turn's still doing a good chunk, I'm sure. U-turns, yep. Blastoise is being chipped down. It's gonna be Toxapex, I'm sure. There it is. I like the nickname Barrier Grief, that's very fun. Yep. There's Helmet. I do have to say, I wish I had Trick on Indeedee right now, because that would be ideal. I think I would speed the rest of that team. I think I can go Spectrier, though, and Wisp now. That's like my best play I don't need to make any reads for. Because Wisp is good into any of my switch-ins. Yeah. It's gonna be the King Gambit. Yes, please. Okay, okay. Come on. Yes, we hit. Okay, is it Lung? I would expect to see Lung. Not Lung. Okay. Great. Big threat kind of neutralized now. What do I want to do with Spectrier here? I think I want to save it so I can stack Blastoise. I really don't know. I could also go Excadrill as well. Spend a bit of its HP. I think Excadrill is like relatively expendable. Best thing it has is beating this and the Toxapex. We see a Powdow come in. Okay. Honestly, I should be okay to maybe Rapid Spin, and then maybe after that Poison Jab will take out the Moltres. Let's try it, I guess. I just need to avoid a Flame Body burn, which, knock on wood here. Oh, yeah. This actually should KO no matter what. Yeah. Okay, no burn. I do need to risk another one. You're gonna switch out. Very interesting. Oh, I'm into the Diggersby. Actually, it tricked me. It's Diggersby. Ursaluna Blood Moon. Okay. We get the poison, that's nice. So, Excadrill against an Assault Vest Ursaluna. Earth Power. There, it's actually, like, I'm probably in range. But I think I take my damage where I can. I do a decent chunk with Earthquake, so why not? We want this chip down. Yeah, very nice. It's gonna Blood Moon. Okay. It does a ton of damage to me. Holy crap. I would actually love it, and I think this is going to be the case. It looks like it will survive the turn if it Vacuum Waves me, and then Spectre could take it out. Yeah, I'm okay losing Excadrill here. I should be. Okay, there is Ursula taking me out. Okay. I do see the Ursulina survive, which gives me an opportunity here for the horse. This thing cannot come in anymore. The temptation is there to Calm Mind, but I am just going to Granite this. Yep, okay. Fair. It's the Toxapex. Okay. Interesting. Well, Ursulina has been relegated to a sack. I could try to set up here. In fact, if I Calm Mind into a Shadow Ball, I'm sure that's like a ton of damage. I think I want to break through this Toxapex, because then Sneasler and Indeedee start getting free fighting moves into this team. So Calm Mind once. Interesting. Not sure what you're switching for. There's that Gambit. Alright, I do need to get some calcs going here. It should have 2 allies fainted. It's burned, and I'm Colder. Cataclysm does a solid third to me. My Draining Kiss is unfortunately not doing much back. So could be worth switching out. You know, if I take this out, Psychic moves become free for Indeedee. So I might try that. This looks to have a decent chunk of speed, actually. Okay, 351 to 1. Minus 223. Get 128. Yep, that's probably max adamant. How much does its Sucker Punch do? 128. Sucker. 223. There are 4 rolls out of 16 where that kills me. Okay, I think Humana's down. Which means I think Indeedee has it. In fact, Spectre might even... yeah, Spectre might have it. Okay. Look at Spectre taking out a Ping Gambit. Amazing. Yeah, Spectre probably has this in the bag. For +1. Honestly, I probably just hit this until it's down. Or I'm down. I don't really care. Indeedee comes in and sweeps. And it's a Sudef drop. Doesn't really matter here. Water. Okay. probably gonna see switch out to get regenerated. Luna gets sacked. I'm sure. There it is. Hey look, that's a KO for Screamtail. The rocks. Yeah, this game went pretty well. There's literally no point in preserving gift, right? I mean, I could just go in DD. I don't care. We're just gonna Shadow Ball. Yeah, okay. I mean, with this sack, I actually do get a +1 boost. Very nice. Get that win there. And yeah, Toxapex against the combination of +2 Spectre and followed up by Indeedee. It's curtains. Is it at least gonna get the KO? I wonder. No. Okay. Nice. Look at that. Oh, it took until playoffs, but we got our second Spectre sweep of the season. And yeah, that's going to be it for a 4-0 win over a12 in quarters. So we're moving on to semis. Yeah, game plan came together great. The Scarf and DD was a great surprise. Taking out the banded Weavile is amazing. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like Indeedee took so much like KOs, spread around so much damage, and then it was kind of just that and Spectre to seal the game. Excadrill too. So yeah. So that's gonna be GG, of course, to a12. And we'll see who we play in semis. I think this is the first quarters game that has been played, so I have no idea who I might play next. But yeah, with all that said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for semifinals.